Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes, today's our topic is explain to illustrate the law of conservation. How to work this law of conservation. For this, calcium carbonate on heating decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. It is found that 100 gram of calcium carbonate is heated it gives 56 gram of calcium oxide and 44 gram of carbon dioxide. We have a look on this. 100 gram of calcium carbonate on heating, it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Here quantity is given, we have to see. See. $100 gram of calcium carbonate. Here is carbonate on heating, it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. It is 100 gram, right? And it gives 44 gram of carbon dioxide. It gives 44 gram of carbon dioxide. Then the remaining quantity is 56 gram of calcium oxide. How it is done? CaCO3, and it gives CaO plus H2O. Ca, the atomic mass of calcium is 40. Then atomic mass of carbon is 12. Here is atom, 3 oxygen atom is in this formula. So 3 multiply 16. The mass of oxygen become 3 multiply 6. Same for this, 40 for calcium plus 16. The atom, oxygen atom is 1. So it is 16 plus H2. The mass of hydrogen is 1 and 16. Have a look. 40 plus 12 plus 16 3 is 48. It gives 50, 60 or 100 gram. Here is 40 plus 16 plus 2 and plus 16. What happened? 16 of 16, H2O, carbon, and it gives carbon dioxide. Sorry. Carbon dioxide. For this, carbon is 12 and oxygen is 2 multiply 16. 14 plus 16 plus 12 or plus 32, and it is again 100 gram. It means before the reaction the mass of reactant is 100 gram and after the reaction mass of product is 100 gram. This is the way to prove that law of conservation is correct. In this matter, neither be created nor be destroyed. Here 100 gram and after the reaction it will also 100 grams. So no other mass is formed after the reaction. This is the all about the mass of conservation. To prove this, we have to perform an activity. To prove mass of conservation, we have to perform an activity. For this, take a conical flask, a test tube, and cork. Take them and weigh of all three items. We have to weigh them and note it down. After this, put some barium chloride and hang a test tube inside with a thread. It's a barium chloride. In this test tube, we have to take sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, and take a particular amount of barium chloride and sodium chloride. Now take a small amount of barium chloride solution in the conical flask and small amount of sodium sulfate in the test tube. Suspend the test tube in the flask with the help of thread. Weigh the complete system. We already take the weight of cork, test tube and conical flask, and after putting the substances, weight it again and subtract the weight of conical flask, test tube and mass and cork. Conical flask, test tube and cork. So we get the actual amount of barium chloride and sodium sulfate. What we have to do after weighing this, thread it's a barium chloride and here is a sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. It react each other, weigh the complete apparatus again along with the contents, subtract the initial mass of apparatus. Thus, difference will now give the total mass of product along with the reactant left unreacted, and put the when thread is loosened, the sodium sulfate mixed with the barium chloride and react each other. What will happen? BaCl2 plus Na2SO4, it gives BaSO4 plus NaCl. This is the reaction take place. And after this reaction, take once again the apparatus. Take the weight of this apparatus and subtract the initial weight of cork, test tube and conical flask. We can get the same mass before the reaction and after the reaction. This is the way to prove the law of conservation. Calculation based on the law of conservation of mass. Have you a problem? Have you a problem? If you want to ask any question, you can ask. Yes? Anyone can want to ask any question? Yes, here is the topic is calculation based on the law of conservation. Here is when 4.2 gram of sodium hydrogen carbonate, 4.2 gram of sodium hydrogen carbonate is added to a solution of hydrogen chloride weighing 10 gram. 10 gram of hydrogen chloride, HCl. Right? It is observed that the 2.2 of carbon dioxide is released. After the reaction, this 2.2 gram of carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere and residue left residue is 12.0 gram. What we have to do? NaHCO3, it is 4.2 gram, react with 10 gram of hydrochloric acid. It gives water, sodium chloride. It gives, I'm taking here, NaCl plus water and plus carbon dioxide. The mass of carbon dioxide is 2.2 and the residue, this is the residue, it is 12. The total weight of this is 14.2 gram and here is also 12 plus 2.2 is 14.2 gram of mass of the product. Mass of the reactant is 14.2 gram and mass of the product is also 14.2 gram. This is the calculation of mass of conservation. The another example is the mass of silver nitrate will react with 5.8.5 gram of sodium chloride. The another example is silver nitrate, AgNO3. This is called silver nitrate. What amount? We don't know what is the amount of silver nitrate and react with 5.8 gram of sodium chloride. NaCl is 5.85 gram. Then it gives produce 14.35 gram silver chloride. Silver chloride means HgCl. How much is this? 14.35 gram. Then 8.5 gram sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate. NaNO3. How much is this? 8.5. If the law of conservation of mass is true, now arrange them in a AgNO3 react with NaCl and it gives AgCl plus sodium nitrate. AgCl is 14.35, sodium nitrate is 8.5 gram, NaCl is 5.85 gram, right? And we have to know the mass of this AgNO3. Take it X. Now the equation is this: X plus 5.85 equal to 14.35 plus 8.5 gram. What we have to do? Add them and subtract this value. X equal to 14.35 plus 8.5 minus 5.85. Here is 5 and 11, 22 minus 5.85, and we remain subtract them, and the answer is 17 gram. Have a look. Quantity of AgNO3 we have to calculate. NaCl, mass of NaCl is given 5.85. After the reaction of silver nitrate with sodium chloride, it gives the product silver chloride and sodium nitrate. The amount of the quantity of silver chloride is this, and the quantity and mass of sodium nitrate is this. Put them in an equation. AgNO3 plus NaCl equal to this. Then AgCl and NO3. It is given AgCl and NO3. We have to solve this. First, we have to add the value of product, and it gives 22.85, and then subtract the value of sodium chloride on transposing them, and we get the mass of silver nitrate took part in the reaction, and it is 17. We are having many more examples. You can do it yourself. If you have any problem, I will explain you. Can we take one more example? The next is 4.9 gram of potassium chloride. Potassium chlorate, ClO3. The mass of this is 4.9 gram. Then when heated, produce oxygen and residue. It produces KCl and oxygen. The amount of oxygen and residue KCl left behind 2.98. Show that the result illustrates the law of conservation of mass. Oxygen is 1.92 gram. We have to prove what is the value. See, KClO3 is a reactant, and it gives KCl plus O2. KCl is 4.90 gram, and it gives 2.98 gram of KCl and 1.92. See, what is the mass before the reaction and after the reaction? The mass of KLO3, potassium chloride, is 4.90 gram. On heating this, it breaks down into potassium chloride and oxygen. The mass of potassium chloride is 2.98, and the mass of oxygen is this. Now we have to add the value of this, and we get 4.90 gram and 4.90 gram before the reaction. So it is proved that the mass of conservation is true for this equation. The next example is 6.3 gram of sodium carbonate, NaCO3. Sodium carbonate 6.3 was added to the 15 gram of acetic acid. Acetic acid. The mass of acetic acid is 15 gram. Then it forms a residue found weight 18 gram. What is the mass of carbon dioxide released? It gives carbonate acetic, sodium acetate, plus water is residue. See, the equation is sodium carbonate. It is 6.3 gram and it reacts with acetic acid. The mass of acetic acid is this and the value of this is it gives the product what it is given here is sodium acetate, plus water and plus carbon dioxide. Sodium acetate and water is the residue and the value of residue is 18 and we have to calculate the amount of carbon dioxide. For this 21.3 gram equal to 18 plus x, 21.3 gram minus 18 equal to x and we get 3.3 gram of carbon dioxide. In this equation, the 3.3 gram carbon dioxide is released. What is the equation? 6.3 gram of mass taken of sodium carbonate react with 15 gram of acetic acid and the total mass of reactant is 6.3 plus 15 equal to 21.3 gram. After the reaction, it forms sodium acetate plus water. It is known as residue and the mass of residue is 18. We have to calculate the mass of carbon dioxide. Now take the value of carbon dioxide is x. Now solve the equation 21.3 equal to 18 plus x. Transpose them and subtract the value 21.3 minus 18. It gives 3.3 gram of carbon dioxide. Then another example is calculate the weight of quicklime formed when 400 gram of calcium carbonate is heated. Atomic mass of calcium. Calcium carbonate. The formula of calcium carbonate is CaCO3. It gives CaO plus CO2. The amount of is this 400 gram. Weight of 400 gram. So what we have to do? CaCO3. Take Ca. The mass of Ca is 40. Carbon is 12 plus 3 atom of oxygen and the mass of one atom is 16. This and it gives 40 plus 12 plus 48. It is 100 gram. Then what we have to do? 40 for calcium and 16 for plus oxygen. Plus carbon is 12 and number of oxygen atom is 2. what we have to do? 40 plus 16 plus 12 or 16 to the 32. The amount of, on adding all the values, 48, 50, 60 or 100 gram. This is 100 gram. Now what we have to do? Calculate the weight of quicklime formed when 400 gram of calcium carbonate is heated. If 100 gram of CaCO3 yield, it is 56 gram. Calcium CaCO3 yield 56 gram of CaO. 56 gram of CaO. Then 1 gram of calcium oxide yield on 56 upon 100. And then 400 gram equal to 56 multiply 400 upon 100. And the value is 224 gram of CaO is formed when 400 gram of calcium carbonate heating. This is the value. The mass of calcium carbonate, mass of carbon, and atom of oxygen is 3. So we multiply 16 by 3 and we get 100 gram, 100 gram. The mass of CaO is 40 plus 16 and it is 56. 56 gram is yield on 100 gram, on heating 100 gram of calcium carbonate. So we multiply this by 4 and we get the value of calcium oxide on heating 400 gram of calcium carbonate. The last example is calculate the weight of magnesium oxide formed when 72 gram of magnesium is burned in air. Magnesium burns in air and it gives MgO. What is mass of Mg is 24, oxygen is 16. What is 24 plus 16? It is 24 plus 32, 6 or 56. Something went wrong. MgO. Now first balance the equation. Number of magnesium atom before the reaction is 2 and after the reaction is 2. Number of oxygen atom before the reaction is 2 and after the reaction is 2. Then 24 multiplied by 2 and oxygen (48). After the reaction, it is 24 plus 16. It gives 2, 40 and it gives 80 plus O2. Calculate the weight of magnesium oxide on 72. Okay. What is the 48 gram of magnesium burned to give 80 gram of MgO? 48 gram of magnesium gives 80 gram of MgO. Then 1 gram of gives 80 upon 48 gram of MgO, and 72 gram of magnesium gives 120 gram of magnesium. Find the value of magnesium from this and find the value of MgO from this way. If 48 gram of magnesium is burned, it gives 80 gram of magnesium oxide. We have to calculate the value of magnesium oxide on heating 72 gram of magnesium. So if 48 gram of magnesium gives 80 gram of magnesium, then 1 gram of magnesium gives this, and then 72 gram of magnesium on heating is give 120 gram of magnesium oxide. Have a look at the worksheet. Show